Hi, I'm Robert. I come to you as an automobile enthusiast that has maintained, serviced, and repaired my own vehicles in excess of 30 years. I currently drive a car with over 230,000 miles on it, and I once had a car that had over 400,000 miles on it and ran very well. While you're watching the video, please watch a step or two ahead. Sometimes the current step is better explained in the next step or two. Also, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you benefit from the information. This video will show you how to change the spark plugs and wires on a 1999 Ford Ranger. It's misfiring on number 2 cylinder. It has a code P0302. Besides your plugs and wires, and the owner's manual does call for platinum plugs, these are the tools you'll need to get this job done. I'm pretty sure. I don't think you'll need a screwdriver, but I got the 3/8 inch ratchet, the 5/8 spark plug socket, short extension, the filler gauge, and anti-seize if you decide to use anti-seize on the spark plugs. The tag under the hood say that the plugs should be gapped at 0.042 to 0.046. When I pulled one of the plugs, it was at something like 0.06. So they were worn and out of gap, but anyway, I had to check the owner's manual to see how often they're supposed to be replaced. I'm just assuming that the plugs and wires have never been replaced on this thing. Well, maybe not the plugs, but the wires. So since it's missing, I'm going to replace the wires as well. A lot of these Fords have these ignition coil type unit there that controls the spark. And sometimes those things go out as well. So if I still have a misfire after I change the wires and the plugs, I'm going to check the compression on that cylinder real quick. And if the compression's good, I'm going to go ahead and replace this control unit that controls the spark. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that all these spark plugs is gapped at 0.043. So I combined these two filler gauges to make that calculation. Okay, so what you do is you take those filler gauges, sandwich them together, and slide them in that slot in the tip of the spark plug. And you want that to be a tight fit. This vehicle is a V6 motor, so it's kind of easy to get to the plugs on either side. You just look down under those hoses. You can see 2 of the wires there and then 1 toward the back, and it's just about the same on the other side. And I think these wires even have numbers on them. If you look up there, right there where the wires go, I can see a 3 and a 2, and then I think the most forward one says 1. Not sure if that's the spark plug order, but those are the numbers on those wires. So I'm going to release the clips, take the wires loose one at a time, and feed them into the areas one at a time so I don't get them mixed up. First thing I'm going to do is unplug all the plugs and take out the old plugs, put in the new ones real quick. Okay, once you get the wire set out, these plugs are 1, 2, 3, 1 being near the front, 2 and 3 being near the firewall, and then 4, 5, 6 on the driver's side, 4 being near the front, 5 in the middle, and 6 in the rear. Now up here, they're 4, 5, and 6. And then you have 1, 2, and 3. So I don't know why one side is in order, the other side isn't. Anyway, you have to get these little wire clips open, and I just used a screwdriver, wedged it in there, and pried it open, and then just threaded the new wires in. And these clips slide on bolts on the manifold or valve cover gasket or whatever to keep the wires from contacting metal, which will help them in the long run. Okay, I got the wires hooked up, run through their little sleeves, plugged into the distributor igniter thing up here, on both sides. Now I'm going to go ahead and fire it up and see if it's still missing. Okay, did a basic tune-up. It's still missing plugs and wires. I pulled the wire from number 2 and plugged one of the old plugs into it that was firing at number 4. Cranked it up, and that wire is not giving spark. That plug is not giving spark. So that leads me to believe that that distributor ignition part is bad. So I'm going to go pick up one of those and replace it. Looking at the new module, all I see is these 4 holes on the corners. The plug up top here, and then the 6 wire plugs. So I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and unplug those and take those bolts out of there. They look like 7 or 8 millimeters. Very simple. 7 millimeter, unbolt those 4 bolts. This thing here was clipped on it. Maybe it's grounded by it. Unplug this, unplug the 6 wires, plug them back in, bolt it down. So let's see if we're still missing. Okay, got that module in, took it for a test drive. It was still running about the same roughness. Checked the codes, didn't have a check engine light, didn't have any codes. In that scan gauge I have a pending code, so I checked that. It showed misfire 2 and 3. I thought, man, that can't be. It can't be misfiring on 2 cylinders now. Anyway, I got back, looked under the hood, number 3 wire had come loose. So I plugged that in after the motor cooled down a little bit, took it for a test drive, checked the codes after I cleared them, and it has no more codes and it's idling nice and smooth now. So it was that ignition control module, and it needed spark plugs and wires. If you feel that this information was beneficial, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can also subscribe to my channel so that you can get notification of future videos that I post. Visit my channel. I have all types of do-it-yourself videos there. You can leave questions here and I'll try to respond to them as quick as possible. You can also visit my website at robertspinner.com. Thanks again for watching.